Caitlin Clark hasn't played a single professional minute, but she's already got a seat on David Letterman's Netflix show. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson, a three-time WNBA MVP, back-to-back champion, Olympic gold medalist, and arguably the face of the league, remains on the sidelines, again. If you're not asking why, you're not paying attention. On April 8, Netflix will premiere a brand new episode of My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, featuring Clark as the guest of honor. The timing? Just after the NCAA championships. The message? Clear. The media isn't done riding the Caitlin Clark wave, no matter who it leaves behind. The trailer, already racking up views, leans into Clark's carefully curated narrative. The small-town girl with a relentless competitive fire. She jokes about trick-or-treating so hard as a kid that she'd be drenched in sweat under her Halloween costume. "I had to have the most candy," she tells Letterman, reinforcing her already well-known obsession with winning. It's charming, sure, but also predictable. Because while Clark is out doing duck-pin bowling with Letterman in Indianapolis and stopping for donuts at Long's Bakery, the WNBA's reigning MVP is reportedly seething. Sources close to Wilson say she's had it. Tired of watching major platforms fall all over themselves to elevate a rookie while veterans like her get left out of the spotlight. And honestly, who could blame her? Wilson has done everything a professional athlete can do. Multiple MVPs, titles, defensive awards, Olympic gold, off-court ventures, fashion accolades, and she's one of the league's most engaging personalities. But here we are, watching yet another media outlet roll out the red carpet for the new kid, while the league's most dominant player watches from the wings. The issue isn't just that Clark is getting opportunities, it's that those opportunities come at the expense of everyone else. This Letterman interview wasn't positioned as a showcase for women's basketball. It was another Caitlin Clark show. No one else gets the mic. No one else gets the shine. Especially not the black women who built the WNBA into what it is today. Imagine if this episode had featured Clark and Wilson together. The rising star and the established legend, side by side, discussing their journeys, their perspectives, and the future of the game. That would have been real storytelling. Instead, we get more of the same. Clark's competitiveness, Clark's small-town charm, Clark's college career, even though she's officially a pro now. The irony? Letterman's show has always been reserved for global icons. Obama, Clooney, Lizzo, Kim Kardashian. Clark is wildly talented, yes, but she's still a rookie. She hasn't taken a single WNBA jump shot. And yet, Netflix has decided her story is already worthy of one of its biggest platforms. This isn't Clark's fault. Any athlete would say yes to that call. But it is a reflection of a media ecosystem that continues to prioritize a very specific kind of story. Clark is marketed as the all-American girl next door with a jump shot and a chip on her shoulder. Wilson, with her South Carolina roots, her story of overcoming dyslexia, and her consistent excellence, apparently doesn't fit that mold. The consequences go far beyond feelings. These moments create brand power. They drive endorsement deals. They build legacy. If only one player is ever given that runway, the imbalance becomes institutional. We're watching it happen in real time. The WNBA is on the brink of its most-watched season ever, thanks in large part to Clark's popularity. That's a win. But sustainable growth comes from depth, multiple stars, multiple storylines, and equal opportunity. The NBA didn't just sell Michael Jordan. It sold Magic versus Bird, Shaq versus Kobe, LeBron versus Steph. It built a universe of stars. The WNBA must do the same. So yeah, Wilson is reportedly furious. Not because she's jealous, but because she's right. How many MVPs does she need to win before she gets this level of attention? What more does she have to do? The truth is, this Netflix special is entertaining. Clark is magnetic, and Letterman is great at what he does. But it's also a missed opportunity, and one that perfectly encapsulates a much larger problem in how we promote women's sports. Clark's story is worth telling. But so is Wilson's. So are the stories of Breanna Stewart, Arik Ogunbowale, and so many others. If the media continues to choose only one narrative to elevate, the league's growth will always be lopsided. This isn't about tearing anyone down, it's about building something better. A league that honors its veterans while embracing its future. A platform where excellence, regardless of packaging, is given the spotlight it deserves. So tune in on April 8 if you want. Enjoy the donuts and the duck-pin bowling. But remember who isn't in that chair next to Letterman. And ask yourself, why not?